What's up, everybody? I am back. Going to do a little review of the Kroger New York Strip steaks. Let's see right here. Got a close-up of this one right here. Got a close-up of the grass-fed strip. This one right here is the Kroger Private Selection 14-day dry-aged New York Strip. This one right here is the Kroger Prime New York Strip. And right here we just have a choice New York Strip. Now right now I'm getting them together for a 24-hour dry brine. And what you're seeing here is some of that rare Ohio sun. Alright, see you in 24 hours. Alright, everybody, we're back. Going to take a look at these steaks right after about a little less than 24 hours dry brining. I would say about 20. And we're back, and the weather is definitely different today. A little bit rainy, but unseasonably warm, almost 60 degrees. We're going to start off with this. This is sort of the outlier. This is the grass-fed. In my opinion, grass-fed is a little bit more gamier, has way more of a real steak flavor, if you can imagine that, because the cow ate what it actually was supposed to eat. A lot of these are vegetarian fed, but they are not the strictly grass fed. So one of the advantages of grass fed is the steak actually contains a lot of conjugated linoleic acid, which is really good for you when you eat it, and that's something that you don't get when they don't eat the grass. But we're going to move on to these right here. These are more comparable than the grass-fed, in my opinion. We're going to start off with this choice right here. You can see there is a lot of intramuscular fat, aka marbling. Pretty good for a choice piece right here. Now right here we jump up. I wasn't able to find any Angus, which is actually a choice, but it's sort of in between the prime and the choice right here. The prime, on the other hand, has a whole lot of intramuscular fat, the marbling, and I suspect that this one will have a lot more taste and tenderness than this one naturally. And this one is the Private Selection Prime that's been aged for 14 days. And as you can see, the intramuscular fat is really pronounced on this one. So we're going to let these warm up to room temperature for a bit. And then we're going to get them Then we're going to cook them up. Alright, got them up to room temperature. And over here, got the griddle real nice and hot. So we're going to go ahead and start dropping these. Going to start off with the grass-fed. Next, we have the Private Selection Prime. Next, we have the Kroger Prime. And all these steaks are actually relatively new. Then we have the choice. Thankfully, we got a little bit of sun today. And with that dry brining with salt, naturally, you don't have to add salt. You might add some salt, some finishing salt after everything's done and cut up. Like I said, this grass-fed is a sort of an outlier. You see these nice tasties. It's tasty, but it's a little bit more leaner. It really has a different kind of goal to it than these others. One of my favorite steaks. When I'm just eating steaks, say for meal prepping, this grass-fed's definitely it. Alright, we are back. It's time for that flip. See, which one should I go first? I think I'm going to go for this choice. Oh yeah. Prime. Oh yeah. Prime Private Selection, 14 days dry age. Oh yeah. Grass fed. Oh yeah. We're outside on the griddle, smoking it up. Alright, the grill is empty. Went ahead and pulled them off the grill. Now I got them wrapped up in the foil. Gonna let them rust for about 10 minutes. Gonna cut into them and give it the old taste test. Alright, here we have it. The full line of Kroger Strip steaks. Now, if you can find more, please let me know. We have grass-fed, the Private Selection, 14-day dry age, Prime, and the choice right over here. Get ready to cut into them. Give it a little taste test. All right, here we go. Let's cut into this grass-fed. You can see it's real nice and juicy. This is actually one of my favorite cuts before they came out with the Private Selection. As you can see, really nice cook. Let's go for the taste test. We're going to taste this end piece. I'll tell you, adding that beef tallow really does help. Gives it a really nice taste. Alright, let's go to the next one. Got this choice. Let's go ahead and cut into it. Nice cook. This one is the more economical. I mean, you can make any cut of steak taste good. This is minimal prep, minimal effort, just a 24-hour dry brine. I didn't even put any aromatics like garlic or onion on here. Just wanted to see what it tasted straight up. Let's go for it. This one's still pretty tasty too. Doesn't have that honest, buttery tenderness to it, but still a great cut of steak. All right, still chewing. We're gonna move on to this Kroger Prime. Kroger recently started carrying a lot more selection of beef, thankfully. Kroger's my favorite store. And I was like, wow, your selection of beef is getting really boring. So thankfully they stepped it up. They must have heard me watching my videos. I know they are. So this is that prime. Let's see. Let's go in for the taste test on this one. Yeah, see, that's the difference between the prime and the choice. Really, the Angus is choice, but it is a little bit more stepped up than just a regular choice. But this prime has that buttery soft tenderness to it. So, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but I would rate this right in between, right above the choice, and probably another step above the Angus if we can find one. I was looking for the Angus, I couldn't find it. All right, let's go on to the next. All right, last but definitely not the least, we have the Private Selection 14-day dry aged Prime New York Strip. This one's my favorite. It's buttery soft and it has that dry aged taste and texture that I love. And I threw another dry brine on there, which is a form of dry aging that anybody can do real quick. Just give it a nice coating of salt and leave it in the refrigerator for 24 hours. And it really, really improves the flavor of the steak. And it also dehydrates that surface so you can get a real nice crust, which is really important to the taste and texture as well. So we're going to get this in piece. Try it. Definitely the best of both worlds. I mean, you buy it and it's already dry aged. Nothing much to complain about that. Really tender. The only thing I'm tasting is salt and the beef. Don't have any aromatics in there, and it is a delicious taste. I thank you guys a whole lot, and thank you for watching.